So,
but you thought you were in control of the last one,
and I was mistaken,
right?
Which, you know, is what it is, and that's not even really anything that I particularly care to. It's beating a dead horse at this point, so that's not something I care to discuss. But I would discuss viewing them drastically different. Like of course I thought that because I was a friend. Like we were friends, and that's just how I've moved within my life. I've been burnt by friends before that, but you know, that's. Maybe I'm naive when it comes to friendships. I used to think I was a really good judge of character. But sometimes I haven't been. Now, with the other side of that coin, you start within business with people and they can become friends. That's where that differs here. Because before it was friends and then we had to do business together. So like your antennas are up in a different way. Because you going in not really knowing this person. If you guys become friends, that's amazing. It's better for business. It's better for just life. But before that, my antennas were never up. Like, why would they be up? That's friends. That's just a friend thing. We about to do business together. In the middle of doing business at that time, I was in business with all my other friends, with Palooza and everything. That was just how I was moving in my 20s, was I don't want to do shit unless it's with my friends. My antennas were never in the regard of who's going to fuck me over. Because I don't walk into friendships that way. Okay. I walk into associationships that way. But friendships, I don't walk in that way.
Here's my thing, though, right? What I think you find the issue is in the friendship. I think the friendship is what pulled the wool over the eyes.
Sure.
Right? So if we both arrive, no matter how you get to being my friend, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if it's through business, if it's through a girl I know, if it's through a job I had. Once you get to that friend side, you now have the ability to fuck over me because I handle my friends with a certain vulnerability.
Yeah.
So I think that's more so what I'm saying is like, I know you approach them different, they arrive different, but they both land in this space where you are vulnerable no matter what to your friends, at least for me.
Yeah.
Right. And so I don't understand how you let people even back to that door with everything that's already transpired. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that takes, as cliche as it sounds, that takes therapy. That every situation is not the same situation, and you shouldn't enter it with the baggage that you had before. You should figure out the flags that were within your last situation, whether that be romantic, friendship, business, whatever. You should look back at everything that happened, see the flags, see the moments, and just keep that close to you. You shouldn't, because that's what's so fucked up about not wanting to feel anymore and walking into relationships that way, is that when it's time to feel, you don't know how to feel. Because I did that for a while.
Yeah.
And the best thing I did actually learn in therapy in that regard is it's okay to continue to feel and not walk into situations with that armor on, because you could still, I mean, it's within conversations with real therapists, not the ones that not trendy therapists.
Yeah. But I'm saying the therapist is not dealing with the effects of what happened. So that's
the person you need to talk to. Like, I've trauma bonded with a bunch of people that have been through certain situations that I've been through, but I didn't get any tools from it. I just got somebody that went through something that I went through, and I didn't feel alone. It felt cool to know that there's other people that have been through the hurt that I've been through. And this has nothing to do with pod shit at this point. This is just like my real life.
Yeah.
That I had been through. When I talked to an objective therapist that honestly did not care in particular what I went through, that can just give me an objective view to say, hey, look back at those. What were the red flags? Keep those red flags in your mind when you go in to the next situation, relationship, friendship. But remember, when you still want to continue to feel, right? Like, I don't want to be this cold, shut down person that I was for a really long time. Like, you become that just fuels anger, I feel like, at the end of the day. I have a very short fuse, which is a lot of my built up shit from my childhood, because I never wanted to feel because I felt so much hurt. Now I can at least identify what was going on at the time and realize I'm not going to let that happen to me again. But I want to feel. I'm not going to go into this thinking everything's going to be negative, because I do want love. Like, love is important.
Yeah, it's very important.
Feeling love is important. Giving love is probably more important.
But
I can't give love when I have just this shut off, I've been through so much, so I can't trust anybody. Yeah, that's fucked up. But I can identify what could hurt me again, at least.
Yeah, but shit.
So it's not in vain.
I'm just not a fan of somebody.
I hope that made sense. I don't know.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I think I just ain't a fan of people telling me, yo, be vulnerable again. And it's like, yo, you know how long it took me to pick myself back up from that? You know what that done to the infrastructure of my life, right? So I have to be extremely careful, Mr. Therapist. But you're telling me, no, you have to, and I'm, no. You don't know what it took to pick myself back up from that. And so I think because I respect process, it's like, almost under no circumstances do I want to ever be put back in that situation where I now have to pick myself back up.
But vulnerability is 99% of a personal thing. We can get on podcasts and talk to people that we trust and care for and be vulnerable with them. We can be vulnerable with a therapist that we don't know from a hole in a wall. The only common factor there is that you're getting your feelings and truth out at that time. It's for you. Sometimes it does not matter who's on the other end. That's actually why I've enjoyed podcasting back to the fan conversation. We can't see the people that we're talking to right now, but we're being vulnerable. We're getting that out. So sometimes it doesn't matter who's on the other end.
Hey, it's your boy Loon from It's Up There Podcast. Thank you for watching the video you just watched, and make sure you subscribe by hitting the button you see on the screen, or go to the next video by hitting this right here you see on the screen. Big It's Up There Podcast.